go. Squeeze in there by me.
All right. Perfect. We got a couple of joiners. Excellent.
Hi everyone. Fran
Hello.
and Kevin from Ahuga. How are you? Tonight we're going to do actually we're going to read someone's story who wants to remain anonymous, a pilot, and actually Kevin is going to take this one away.
Yeah, I'm going to give you our friend's story. He's a member of the tribe. So it starts a pilot's story who wishes to remain anonymous. It was a surprise to me and crazy. I was injured pretty badly. Our plane plummeted end over end down a mountainside. Broken bones, bad head injury, internal plumbing not quite right for a while. Took about 6 months to physically heal up. Although one of my legs wasn't quite 100% for several years. Pulled a lot of tendons and ligaments on one of them. It was like, okay, thought I was extremely lucky to live and heal up from the experience. Even while my leg was in a cast, I went flying with an instructor friend of mine to get back in the saddle, let's say. It went great. I thought I was fine, but I was in control of the situation. My friend was along for the ride. I was not the passenger. When I first went for a ride as a passenger, it was completely cool until we were coming into land and getting close to the ground. Then PTSD reared its ugly head. Anxiety levels went through the roof. Since then, I worked through that for the most part. Now it only kicks in if I'm in the back seat of a Cessna, away from the controls. Only that type of plane, only if it has seats. For skydiving or something, I have zero anxiety. I can fly upside down at 200 miles per hour, 5 feet off a runway with zero anxiety if I'm in control. It's riskier for sure, but PTSD is specific in its triggers. I almost need to take a Valium to do a short flight sitting in the back of a Cessna. Few other similar type situations also trigger it. I know them. They don't sneak up on me anymore. They still happen, they're just manageable. Okay. Generally, I avoid those situations altogether. I don't need to knowingly place myself in an anxiety-ridden situation unless it's absolutely necessary. Want to take over?
Sure. Yes, it's been interesting. As Hulk Hogan once said, every decision, big or small, has led you to this very moment. My PTSD, though I've lived with it a long time, it's a part of me. I've learned to live with it. It is, after all, the brain recognizing one traumatic situation you lived through, and as a response to continued survival, recognizes when it experiences a similar situation that led to the last shitty situation and lets you know. It sucks because it's also not rational. I mean, it's not like a good friend of mine is going to purposely kill me with an airplane, etc., but my brain acts like that is the case. I know the triggers now, and I know if necessary to put myself in a situation that will ignite them, I must remind just do it. It's also given me a personal awareness to not put myself knowingly in highly dangerous situations, and it's kept me alive. I needed to learn to distinguish between the two. Our type of flying is, by nature, moderately risky. It's not airline flying. I weigh the risks more since my crash to stack the odds so we do all arrive alive. If it doesn't kill you, it can only make you stronger. Depending on a person's trauma or series of traumas, I could see from my own experiences where PTSD could be potentially really bad for people, could easily develop OCD-associated behaviors to living that moment repeatedly being triggered unexpectedly. My first one took me totally by comers who have PTSD would be. It does get better with time if you recognize it. and not freak when your anxiety suddenly spikes over seemingly nothing. Remind yourself over and over that it's just an irrational part of the brain trying to kick into survival mode. Every experience that triggers it afterwards, if you mentally work through it, the rest gets easier to deal with. So thanks story in. It's amazing to read that, actually.
It actually is.
Yeah.
I can relate in some ways with regards to PTSD, as I had swam my whole life. My mom had me in swimming almost at an instructor level, but we went to Turks and Caicos about 10 years ago, and I swam for 2 hours without a life jacket, snorkeling, and it was nothing to me. The water was deep and stuff, and I was loving it, but I got to a point of exhaustion, and the boat had veered too far. I had a choice. I either went towards the boat or I went back to shore, and I had to choose closer to shore. I realized my arms weren't moving, and all of a sudden I was on the bottom of the sea in Turks and Caicos. Luckily, I was close enough to the shore. I was able to just shimmy myself up onto the shore and get out of the water. Ever since, that was 10 years ago, I still have a hard time going. A really good swimmer prior to that trauma created a PTSD within me, and I knew to stay away from triggers. If I can't see the bottom of the water, I don't go in it unless I have a life jacket now. An indoor community pool, and with my life coach, actually, I took it a step further in learning, and I went back and I jumped off diving boards, and I re-swam and I swam, and I had to make myself realize that I could do it. But the reality is, way too long, I didn't have a life jacket in Turks and Caicos. Trying to get my head to comprehend that when I'm in a city. Kudos to our person that sent in the story for sending this in and talking about PTSD. He did that because someone else in the group was asking for experience in PTSD and how people have overcome it. So
Yeah,
we
we
like to
appreciate
see one member helping another. That's fantastic. Thank you.
Something up that, I don't know, some of you have seen, we have our new hoodies that say mental strength. Can you guys see? I'm going to block Kevin here if you can see me. So that is, I guess, our motto almost for Hugo. We are all about mental strength and people growing and learning and becoming better than they were yesterday. So I guess our take on mental strength, I guess, and we've talked about this a few times. A lot of the years, and sometimes can be overused and sometimes can be used as a band-aid perhaps, or it can be seen in a negative light. Sometimes that's not always the case, however, but it's most for, 80% of the time that I've heard it.
I'd say a lot of people are finding it overweighted and overused.
Yeah, exactly. So we wanted to use the word mental strength, and because we want people to learn to cope and to deal effectively with the stressors that you might be coming in your life, and the pressures, the challenges, and then to perform, to be your best self, to have your best life. So but the mental strength is there, and that's what we're about, and that's what we're here for, and all of you are here for, to help each and every one of us to increase our mental strength, to be able to deal. And by sharing your stories and telling a topic or something that you've gone through in your life, you are increasing your mental strength because you are expelling it out into the world and for others to hear, and then allow other people to have some feedback. And mental strength is a very, very positive.
So it's how to effectively deal with your stressors, and we all know that we're going to have to deal with stressors, trials, tribulations in life, but we just need to grow from every experience, and we need to be a little bit stronger than we were the day before, and just push through. Look at Bahia with her hearts.
Yeah, we have hearts everywhere, so we appreciate everyone that's joining us here at their live. Yeah, this is amazing for us, and that's what it is. So yeah, if you want to be better, if you want to share your story and increase your mental health, which is what we're all about, we'd love for you to reach out to us and share your story.
Yeah,
You
and
know?
if you don't feel like you could share your story, if so, let's say you're not ready to get in front of the camera and send your video in, don't be shy. Like the speaker tonight, that's exactly what he said was, I'm not ready to be in front of the camera, but here's my take on PTSD. Here's my story on it. And I said I went back and I said anonymously, and he said that's absolutely so. We're here for you guys in the event that what's that say?
It says Joseph wants to join our video. I don't know how this works, but let's come on
Let's
in.
approve it.
Let's see how this goes. In there? No, I don't know. Maybe it didn't
Okay.
work. We tried. Sorry, Joseph.
We're new to this. The
Yeah,
whole live thing. This
very
is like
new.
take 2, maybe 3. I don't know. Yeah.
So if there, like we said, if there's someone out there that wants to share your story because you just don't know who it's going to help and or how it's going to help them, which is, that's huge.
That's huge.
Right? So I can honestly say over the summer, I watched Kevin grow from being fearful of that water at the lake to actually just tossing all the fear aside and jumping in head first and allowing the children to jump in. And it was incredible to watch, actually.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny because Fran and I were just talking about this before we went live, and I didn't just have a fear for myself. We're out there on our paddle boards with the kids, and I'm fearful for the kids, like about to jump in, about to fall off, about to this, about to that. I'm like, no. And Fran had to go like, Kevin, relax. Like,
I got
it's
him.
okay. We're gonna, if they fall in, if they need us, we're gonna go get them.
Yeah.
Rearing its ugly head, as our speaker said, and it was something that I had to realize and overcome. And Fran helped me do that this summer. So I'm glad to just get a little bit stronger every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that Ellen?
Hi, Ellen. Look at you.
That's awesome.
We were so thankful.
Jennifer,
Yeah, everybody who joined. We
Mac,
are just
my buddy Mac in Ottawa.
we're all watching. So anyway, if you want a mental strength hoodie, it does promote your mental health.
It does. Yeah,
They look really pretty.
We're proud. Yeah.
We did. We had a lot of compliments down at Grand Parade this weekend. We were down. We've been down there all summer, actually.
10 weeks or 11 weeks.
Yeah. And we had these on, and everyone loved them, and everyone wants.
Regulating the nervous system to feel safe in the body, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So.
Yeah. So anyway, we are very thankful for all who joined on tonight. And he will remain anonymous.
Glenn, good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, everyone's
appreciate your share not long ago.
Yeah. So thank you so much, eh?
Thank you so much.
And if you want to share, reach out to us.
Please do.
We look forward to it.
Awesome. Love you all. And we're going to sign off. Mental strength. Stay strong. Reach out.
Mental strength, everyone.
Thank you, Bahia. The hearts are like hitting my heart right here. I swear.
See you.
See ya. That was okay. Ending live video.
Yeah.